Where that came from, my money is silly. I feel like envy, not trying to be friendly. It is what it is. If you want me, come get me. Whenever you ready, no, I keep it steady. Yeah, I get the W, throw the confetti. Please do not tempt me.
The city of Seattle known for coffee, grunge music, and, of course, rain. And we're definitely going to get a heavy dose of the last of those three here tonight as you look inside a wet and wild Lumen Field. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run here with Raymond Calais. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Play action, now it's Lance. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Let's go.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run with Calais. And tough sledding. Again, maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep. 2nd and 9. Now Lance. Escaping the pressure right. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Lance. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The kick by Gold is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put them in field goal range.
And one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now a play fake. Lance. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Lance going to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw, it's Lance. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And Gold is able to put it through, and that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Here's 2nd and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Now it's Carson. Shedding the tackle. And this will be a Seahawks first down as good running gets them to about the 44. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Flush to his right. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 23 yards the pickup there. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49ers 17-yard line.
You got nothing. And we're going 37 to Mike 37.
To throw is Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Derwin James with a pick. And the 49ers are going to get the football here at their own 23. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Here's Calais. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Right there. 54, right there.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he wisely will throw that one away. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. 6-0 our score after one. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Rolling to his right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Calais. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. He'll get this to his running back, Calais. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
'49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Lance going to keep it on the option. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Here's Lance. He'll find the tight end, Sullivan, complete. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with 2nd down coming up. Two minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Second down and goal. Lance. Eluding the pressure right. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
37's the Mike. Mike 37. And we're going 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Let's go.
Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Second down and 8. This is Carson. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Flushed out right. That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Gerald Everett, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have made this a 1-score game. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll run. Calais. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Throwing now is Lance. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Throwing his Lance on third down.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got just over 50 seconds to go till halftime, so they can try to put something together if they want.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Lance to throw it.
Throw left side complete. That's Sullivan. The 49ers now are going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's complete to his tight end, Sullivan.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On play action, Lance.
He finds his man, complete. It's Sullivan. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
They run it with Carson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Now it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Throwing is Wilson. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Taken in at the 22. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Lance looking to throw it. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Darrell Taylor, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Second and 16. And Lance again going to keep it. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Check 37.
On second down, it's Carson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Alert, alert, alert. Right left, right left. Mike 37. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. And we're going 37's to Mike. Mike 37.
Here's Wilson to throw.
Let's go. You tighten up.
And this is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Rush in. Rush in.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Here's Wilson. And this will go to Carson out wide. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks. Dominated. Gerald Everett with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
They'll try and throw for it. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Dancing to his left. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Wilson. Flushed out right. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Derwin James with a pick. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now they try the right side here. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Again, it's Calais. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the 1st. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Here we go. Here we go. Check.
Now a handoff looking right. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run.
Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk from 8 yards out. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Gold to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Niners 28, Seahawks 14.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Niners are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance. He'll find his running back out of the backfield, Raymond Calais. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The Lance going to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Lance. Eluding the pressure right. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now play fake. Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And they'll go for it. Lance. That's to his running back, complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Lance looks to throw again. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. On 2nd down and 4. Lance escaping the pressure right. Incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
The Niners on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4.
Lance now to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trent Sherfield, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. A pass underneath for Carson. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down, and he was able to get it by play. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 33. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. Down to lose 1.
Throwing now is Lance.
Steps away to his left. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
On 2nd and 10, Lance got a man. That's Ayuk. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. On 2nd and goal, Lance. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, listen, when you got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Lance.
Flushed out right. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Khalif Raymond, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
And he pushed it right. It's no good.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They go back to Carson here on 2nd. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Now Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
That's taken in by Eskridge, complete. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown. Game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. So now a two-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks.
Bang out, bang out, bam, bam.
Mike 7. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
One last shot for Wilson. And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You score the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful 2-point conversion.
Some sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.
So for the Niners, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.